Dumb trivia.
Where the is and the or.
Before we begin, I'm not connected to your Wi-Fi.
Oh, it's a Cumroad and the password.
I'm trying to find your.
Did you say Cumroad?
Yeah, it's FiOS CMRD.
That's what it came with?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cumroad. Spell it.
It's FiOS.
CMRD7.
Yeah, it's FiOS-CMRD.
The limiters on this thing work really well.
They do.
Yeah.
As soon as you get up, it knocks you down a little bit.
Yeah, no. I'm really glad our Wi-Fi's Cumroad. We never had to do anything like fun, like Pretty Fly for Wi-Fi or like Secret Agents.
Yeah.
Or,
all right, we are up and running on the Google machine.
Okay, so the after show. Which is after show 8? Yeah,
Process. Please wait while we process your request.
I believe it's after show 8 because I have 2 more topics I need to do. I'm
Last
missing
one that we posted on Sunday was after show 7. So this
yeah.
is after show
Ooh.
8.
So this one was something that I've known about for a minute, but I really dove in deep, and it's deeper than I thought. It's one of these stories that
More than a minute?
More than a minute, yes, this time around. It's one of these stories I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to end it with, like, read the Wikipedia article on it, because I can only cover so much without digging in deep into theoretical physics and the peer review paper process.
Interesting.
Oh shit, this went real deep.
So this is a story called the Bogdanov Affair.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that title.
The Bogdanov Affair was a dispute over theoretical physics papers written by twin brothers Igor and Grichka Bogdanov.
Igor.
Both who just died of COVID not too long ago.
Oh, shit.
They were anti-vaxxers.
Wah, wah.
So this is where I want to
It's
pull
also
up
pronounced Igor.
Igor. So, Andres, this is where I want you to pull up a picture of the Bogdanov twins. You just spell it like it sounds.
I feel like I can picture what they look like.
No, you can't.
Oh?
Yeah.
Because they're dead?
No, because I want you, before you see them, just describe them. What do you think they look like?
These big dudes that are bald and ugly faces that look like the Thing.
Okay, all right. I'm just gonna click on and see what we got here.
Yep, that's it. I'll just pull up the images. Yeah, so Corey.
Oh my god.
Let me say.
So
before I give it to you, can I give you my thoughts? This looks like imagine the guys from the Rolling Stones now, but if they got really bad plastic surgery.
Oh god. Let me say.
So these are the Bogdanov twins. The Bogdanov twins, if you cannot tell in this picture, came from money. So you were very off.
Click this one.
You were very off on what the Bogdanov twins looked like, I would say.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
That is.
So these are theoretical physicists. You would not expect that.
Wait, they're scientists?
They're scientists. They both have PhDs.
And they're anti-vax?
Huh.
We're going to get into the Bogdanovs and their odd...
Were they part of Scientology?
They were not, actually. They were French. Oh. Even worse. So, they deny ever having plastic surgery. A French paper reports it might have been a hormone disorder. Most doctors who do plastic surgery look at them and be like, that is textbook injections and Botox. So, it's kind of just accepted they had plastic surgery.
This is textbook, like... Plastic surgery, like, on the cheap.
Yes, it is, which is weird because they had money. Both of them studied applied mathematics.
Same,
yeah. And before they got their doctorate, they were minor celebrities. Basically, what I would think that them comparable to is like Bill Nye the Science Guy in France.
Bill.
They ran different shows, including a show called Temps X, which is Time X in French, where they do like different science and math stuff. They're actually credited, they say, with introducing a lot of Americans to Doctor Who, because their shows would sometimes be broadcasted over here, and they would talk about different science fiction shows as well.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's a fun little fun fact.
They had to have some redeeming quality. Definitely. It definitely wasn't their looks.
I'll preface this whole story with all of this is like muddled, kind of, and it really gets in the weeds of theoretical physics and peer review and what is theoretical physics and kind of the field itself being a little bit like wonky. So you have to remember that going in because it's going to get weird.
Okay.
So both of them studied applied mathematics, like I said. In 91, they published a book called Die et la Science, which is God and Science, which kind of talked about like connection of God and like religion and modern science.
Okay.
That was the first controversy because it caused a dispute with a University of Virginia astronomy professor saying they just plagiarized my whole story. Oh. This professor then claimed after their lawsuit that this like well-publicized lawsuit is what spurred these two to get their PhDs, because on the back of this book, they called themselves doctors.
Huh.
They did not have anything.
Oof.
And they just had their degrees in applied mathematics. So they went to get their PhDs. Grichka got his PhD from the University of Burgundy in mathematics. Not before having to rewrite his entire thesis because he wanted to get it in physics. And they were like, this is not good enough to be physics-based. So he rewrote it to be mathematics. And they were like, passable. The brother did not. He failed to defend his thesis. And after all the work, they were like, you know what? Get us 5 peer-reviewed publications. We'll give you your doctorate. Which I didn't know is a thing you can do. That they can just be like, fuck it. Do good enough and we'll give you your doctorate.
C's get degrees, man.
Yeah, well...
Truth.
They did get C's. They are C's get degrees because both of them received the lowest passable grades possible for their PhDs.
Yeah,
and
definitely a C.
One of the reviewers said, yeah, they did 10 years of work for free. They have the right to have their work recognized with a diploma, which is nothing much these days.
Ouch.
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 So
That's brutal.
Yeah.
it's gonna get,
Before you continue,
Yeah.
were these guys like... These guys already went into the university to get their PhDs, with like all these professors knowing that they were kind of like full of shit a little bit.
No, so
okay.
these guys are just kind of like weird, goofy, rich twins.
Okay, because I was wondering, it's like, why are these guys being so brutal? If for
They're twins?
Yeah, they're twins.
Oh, God.
yeah, for
they're
like why are they being so brutal to 2 people who like they never heard of before?
I think a lot of these interviews were after the fact of the Bogdanov affair.
Okay, that's fair.
And if you see, the Bogdanov affair might have made a mockery of the entire field of theoretical physics. Again, we don't know is the issue because these guys also are not. They're very much non-reliable narrators.
Okay.
So in 2001, 2002, they published 5 peer-reviewed theoretical physics papers together. So they went through. Everyone's like, "Oh, these are cool." Blah blah blah. Until a physicist, Max Niedermeyer, raised the alarm, stating that these papers were, and this is a direct quote, delightfully meaningless combinations of buzzwords which apparently have been taken seriously. So they published these papers and it means nothing. They put these papers out, the peer-reviewed journals were like, yeah, these are theoretical physical papers, put them out. Right away, like I said, people were kind of weird about it, and they compared it to something called the Sokol affair, which I did a little research on, where a guy in social science journals basically did this, except on purpose, just to be like, this is a fucking joke. You're not giving me like the necessary review, and would put these published papers out, just saying random shit, and there was enough like jargon in it where people are like, yeah, it's true.
Wow.
He has to know what he's talking about.
I gotta say, Max Niedermeyer sounds like the type of kid in class that would remind the teacher about the homework.
Teacher, the Bogdanovs just copy this from Wikipedia.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so quickly the media seized upon this because, like I said, these two were like minor celebrities already, so it was kind of a big deal in France. They were like, oh, give me the frog legs. I'm going to learn about the Bogdanovs. And everyone
Sounds accurate.
Yeah, everyone kind of jumped on board, and Niedermeyer actually apologized after this because he did not like mean for everyone to like flock to them about this and be like, fuck the Bogdanovs. He's like, hey, I'm sorry, and I actually never read your papers. Someone
he just lost all credibility.
Someone came to Niedermeyer and told him about this, and he like read like the summaries of it and was like, yeah, it seems like it's fake.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so some people, though, were giving him like the benefit of the doubt where they were like, this is a joke. Like, the Bogdanovs did this on purpose because they're like celebrities. Corey, is Fallout more important than this?
Sorry, I saw a flash.
You're like a dog.
When
No,
there's
I
an
have ADD.
explosion.
Oh, okay. Boom! Theoretical physics. This actually was about the Big Bang. They're like papers, so there's an
Really?
explosion for you. Yeah, that's about as deep as I went into their papers. It's like I said, it really goes into the weeds of theoretical physics.
I expect you to read all of them by the next time we meet.
Who cares? They're apparently fake. But
Yeah.
like I said, a lot of people thought this might have been a deliberate hoax, and they're like, "Oh, this is a joke," because the Bogdanovs, like I said, were in like entertainment. They were like, "This is a bit."
Yeah.
No, Bogdanovs swore up and down this is not a hoax. They knew what they were talking about. They're theoretical geniuses. Forums came up.
Well, that key word in theoretical.
And we're going to get into that as well.
If that's the case, then I'm a theoretical genius too.
Yeah.
If that's the case, you're also theoretically hung.
This
God damn.
The slurp of the drink.
God damn.
It really just punctuated it. Oh my god. So again, early 2000s, so internet.
He's not wrong.
It's like a.
I'm still waiting for you to like jump across the table in anger.
I can't be angry when he's right.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So because this all took place in the early 2000s, internet forums were a thing, so people were talking about it.
Yeah.
And the Bogdanovs would go on the internet forums to try to defend themselves until people would ask them just basic mathematical questions about their papers, and they would just fall apart. 'Cause they didn't know what they were talking about.
Of course they didn't.
They would also go and create fake accounts under pseudonyms and friends' names to defend themselves, and then just shit talk the people who are criticizing them. Again, theoretical physicist, someone who I think would have a lot more to do, but also another example of rich people who have too much time on their hands.
Yes.
Because they didn't have to do anything. They were loaded. So they also would then go on Wikipedia, the French and the Americans, and try to edit the articles about them to make them look better, leading to the final thing you can do in Wikipedia, where you can go to a court of appeals in Wikipedia where they basically rule on what goes on. Bogdanovs were banned for life. They say you cannot edit your own stuff, which is, I didn't know was a rule in Wikipedia. So if there was like a Corey Wikipedia, you couldn't edit it.
Which there is.
If there was an Andres Wikipedia, you couldn't edit it.
Okay.
Yeah, like it would have to be somebody like external to you. So yeah, lawsuits occurred over this, defamation lawsuits. Basically, they sued everybody who talked shit about them and lost most of them.
I was gonna say that's got to be a lot of people.
There was actually a weird moment of scientists rallying behind them, though, because the scientists were also saying a judge who's not in the field should not be able to rule on what's libel in this scenario because they don't know what they're talking about. Which, like, I kind of agree.
Fair.
But also people saying or people talking about stuff that they don't know what they're talking about is the whole reason that we got into this mess in the first place.
And I think it kind of doesn't really fall on the judge. I think it should have definitely go back to the peer review journals. But this is kind of goes into that. So, like I said, people went and re-looked at the way peer reviewing is done in theoretical physics and other sciences because, again, it's hard. Theoretical physics, it's all hard. It's kind of... Again, not a theoretical physicist. It seems like it's a lot of opinion-based. It's saying, I think this is what occurred. Here's what I have to back it up. But you really can't prove or disprove it.
Yeah, isn't that the whole definition of a theory?
Mm-hmm. And essentially, their papers were... Again, there's some weird back and forth. Some people think these weren't completely off base. Some people think there is something to these papers. But the issue was they basically learned the talk and just threw the buzzwords into a paper. So, like... They could be right, but it wasn't their real ideas. They just kind of like combined a bunch of other shit and were like, look at this idea we have. And they're like, it's not really like something you can do. Like this has all been, you just like they basically rewrote a textbook in like 20 pages. Yeah, just quickly.
They must have been real bored.
Author Peter Woit state the increasingly low standard of coherence in the whole field of theoretical physics is what allowed them to think that what they were doing was something sensible and to make the peer reviewers look at it and think, yeah, publish it. So basically now people were like, theoretical physics also needs to get its shit together because this happened, because you all looked at it and were like, yeah, it's theoretical. It makes sense. And it's hard, like I said, weird, hard to understand. Even like reading about this, it was... difficult to figure out what was going on because it delved deep into theoretical physics and what this meant, and there were equations and references to other projects and papers, and it's worth a read if you've got like 20 minutes to kill and you're interested. Just kind of read all the different lawsuits that came with it, and some people like defending it completely, some people not defending it at all, some people thinking it was like a joke, some people thinking parts of it had merit, and it's just delve into the weeds of it. And the Bogdanov affair really was a whole mishmash of just like ego and chaos and theoretical physics, and now COVID came into it. They started a cryptocurrency at one point before they died.
Oh God!
Called like Bogdanov coin or something like that. I don't know.
Oh Lord!
I hope it wasn't that because that's a really uncreative name.
It's something like that. But yeah, that's just the Bogdanov affair.
Wow.
Essentially,
that's how I feel right now with my flat Earth articles that are being published.
Did you see? Did I send you that one about that guy who was doing an experiment to prove the Earth was flat?
Yeah,
that was like. If I remember correctly, that was like the ending to like a whole like flat Earth documentary
thing. That's a really funny ending.
Yeah.
For the listeners who we're not in our little group chat, where the fuck are you? And second, it's basically this guy does this experiment setting like 3 things 17 feet apart, and he's like, if the Earth is flat, you'll be able to see the light through all of these holes. If it's round, you'd have to hold the light up 24 feet to see it. And he shines the light through, and he's like, Alejandro, where are you holding it? And he's like, 17 feet. It's like, raise it 24 feet, and raises it 24 feet, which proves the Earth's round. And the guy's like, huh, interesting. It's like, yeah, I bet it is, bud.
And
that's when it like cuts to black and just like
movie
and the credits roll.
Well, where do you go from there, you know?
You don't.
Yeah.
That's like, I was watching a list of like famous last moments caught on tape, and they did the one of that guy who shot the rocket to prove the Earth was round, and his like parachute didn't deploy and he died. I was saying, imagine like in that moment, you're like, fuck, it's round. You go up there, you see the curvature of the Earth, and you're like,
Well, see, there's
Wait,
the
so what did he do?
So he wanted to prove the Earth was flat, so he built a rocket and shot it up. And when it made to the crest, a parachute was supposed to come out. Did not come out.
Oh, he was in the rocket.
Which, if you think about, is impressive. He made a rocket that shot him high enough in the air to kill him when he came back down.
What was the plan? I don't understand.
So he could see the curvature of the Earth. His theory was if he could go up there and he could see like this city, it was flat. But
Right.
he obviously probably didn't. And in that moment, he was like, "Fuck!" And his parachute didn't go off, and he was like, "Fuck."
There's a good conspiracy theory in there where it's like maybe he shot up, saw that the Earth was round, and figured I really don't want to live with ridicule for the rest of my life, and just didn't deploy the parachute.
Or
That's a good theory.
he shot up, saw the Earth was flat, and was going to tell us, but then the deep state shot him down.
Oh, and the Illuminati.
Oh, that's it for my Bogdanov affair after show, boys. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think this was my most well-researched one because it took me more than 5 minutes.
That in itself deserves a...
Yeah. Nice job.
Thank you,
Nice
thank you,
job.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Praise me. Hail Christian.
Praise be.
I think smart rich people need more things to do.
Better usage of their money.
Yeah.
I mean, if
And time.
Yeah.
Money and time.
man, thank God we don't have any egotistical rich guys who think they're really smart now who just have a bunch of money to throw around.
All right, I'll leave.
Corey, I said, oh wait, never mind. I was gonna dig at you saying you're not smart, but then I was like, oh wait, that is the. You just admitted you were dumb. Is what I'm getting at.
We're on a show called Dumb Trivia.
Yeah, you're right. Actually,
That was good, bud.
no, don't you fucking patronize me.
That was really good.
Shut up. I don't
You
want to
did
hear it.
so good.
I don't want to hear it.
So good.
I don't want to hear it. You sound like my last two girlfriends.
You're so good.
Stop it.
An attempt was made.
Now you're sounding like my current girlfriend.
Good God.
All right, well,
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
after show 8.
That's after show 8.
After
right.
show 8. Ain't it great?
You
Thanks.
got 2 more after this.
I do. I have the Battle of Blair Mountain and something else. I need to figure it out.
All right, cool.
if you guys want to support us,
Yeah.
head over to our support page at coffee.com/dumbtrivia. That's ko-fi.com
Oh, no.
/dumbtrivia.
How's that spelled again?
ko-fi.com/dumbtrivia.
Yes. That .com is important. ko-fi.cum. Different website.
Yes. Don't make that mistake like we did.
Whoops.
So if you feel so inclined to, donate $1, $2, $3, $4, $5,
Yeah.
$10, $100.
Whatever your heart's desire.
We still have, we're waiting to hit that $50 mark so we can wax our legs.
Yep.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, we're close.
Are we?
Yep.
Oh, cool. That's cool. So make that last push, guys.
Yeah.
Corey and Andre just don't tell me what money we make because I have these ideas where you can use the money for like. So people, I've been thinking my next grift. I want to be a mega church pastor, so I'm trying to get that like first like cash infusion.
Christian has no control of the money in this operation. So don't worry.
Mega church grift. It's gonna be great. You're all gonna get to heaven. If you come and you tell God, oh, I feel the Holy Spirit coming through me. You tell me.
So the
You can get to heaven too. Oh,
The money-
I feel the Holy Spirit, shaka-la-la. Oh no, it's throwing through me. You gotta donate money to
The reason we don't give Christian control of the money is he has a bad habit to bite off more than he can chew.
yes, and the money does go towards just supporting the show and
Yes.
advertising and just trying to grow this thing as much as we can.
and getting into heaven.
Yeah.
And then follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
At Dumb Trivia, and Facebook.
Yeah.
Dumb Trivia.
You can also follow us. I'm on
If you want.
Yeah, whatever. Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm at Crimbus.
You guys know where to find us.
You could, no worry. This Apple ass CW
Corey
W Wizzle
9905324. Yeah. Hey, that was good.
That was good.
We'll see you next week.
See you guys next week
Yeah.
on another episode of
The Dumb Trivia After Show.
Well, no,
Or-
Dumb Trivia proper.
Yes.
You guys are
Dumb
both
Trivia.
doing good jobs. Together, we make one coherent unit. Bye.
Correct.
Roll the outro.
It's Dumb Trivia, where the questions are dumb and the hosts are dumber. It's Dumb Trivia, You'll probably learn a lot of things you didn't want to discover. You don't win anything, but that's alright. You can look down on your buddies with your bragging rights. Hang with Corey, Andres, and Christian too. They're best friends, now they're friends with you. Knowing nothing is the only criteria. Come on, it's dumb trivia.